In a combative and emotional Senate hearing,
you have blood on your hands. You have a product. You have a product that's killing people.
the CEOs facing accusations they've failed to protect children from illicit content, predators, and extortion.
Your platforms really suck at policing themselves.
Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg tangled with senators over his platform's safety record.
It appears that you're trying to be the premier sex trafficking
Of course
site
not, Senator.
in this country.
Senator, that's ridiculous.
Sitting behind the CEOs, grief-stricken families holding photos of children they say were victimized on the company's platforms.
Would you like now to apologize?
Pressed by Republican Senator Josh Hawley, Zuckerberg turned to address the families.
No one should have to go through the things that your families have suffered. And this is why we invested so much and are going to continue doing industry-leading efforts to make sure that no one has to go through the types of things that your families have had to suffer.
Mary Rohde was in the room. She says her son Riley was blackmailed over explicit photos on Facebook Messenger and was so distraught he took his own life. To her, Zuckerberg's words rang hollow.
When he stood up, he said, "I'm sorry for your pain," but I don't really think he's sorry for my pain.
At least 6 social media bills are still waiting for action in the Senate, including legislation known as the Kids Online Safety Act, which some CEOs declined to support.
There are parts of the act that we think are great.
No, it's a yes or no question. In its present form, do you support it? Yes or no? No.
We are aware that some groups have raised some concerns. It's important to understand
I'll take that as a no.
Some parents remain skeptical.
Are you hopeful, thinking things might change after this?
I've been in these hearings before. I would love to hear that we're going to pass all these bills and actually protect children, but I'm not convinced that will happen.
Inside the hearing, family members holding pictures of children they say were harmed by social media, and they were backed up by senators fuming at company CEOs.
We are here in this hearing because as a collective, your platforms really suck.
Senators telling the leaders of Meta, TikTok, Snapchat, X, and Discord their platforms are frequently used by cartels to sell drugs and for child exploitation.
Mr. Guffey's son got caught up in a sex extortion ring in Nigeria using Instagram. He was shaken down, paid money. That wasn't enough, and he killed himself using Instagram. What would you like to say to him?
It's terrible. I mean, no one should have to go through something like that.
The CEOs repeatedly touting what they say are major investments aimed at protecting children.
Safety is one of the core priorities that defines TikTok under my leadership.
Safety is built into everything we do.
As a mother, this is personal.
Double talk, double talk.
But senators say social media companies are not doing enough, accusing them of putting profits ahead of safety.
The problem is we've been working on this. Senator Welch is over there. We've been working on this stuff for a decade. You have an army of lawyers and lobbyists that have fought us on this every step of the way.
The senators are pushing a slew of reforms, including opening up the platforms to lawsuits on behalf of users who say they've been harmed. Drew Petrimo, NBC News, Washington.
At one point, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg apologized to the families in the hearing room, saying he was sorry for everything they've been through. The families say that's not enough, and they're continuing to push for more regulation of the social media companies. Drew Petrimo, NBC News, Washington.